So my wall hammer that my wife bought me for my birthday got stung by an adjacent chalice in my tank. It looked to have killed about half of it, so I decided I'd try to do a little surgery and try to save it. This chalice coral of a night puts out some tentacles that can be 4 to 5 inches long, and I just wasn't thinking. And then I waited a little too long to even act. It wasn't stung as badly, didn't suffer as much damage at first, but it got progressively worse until finally it looked like almost half of the thing was dead. And that's when I decided I'd take it out and see if I could save it. It had a naturally pinched middle and 2 distinct mouths, and I think that's why it suffered like it did, with half dying and half living. So the first thing I did was I gave it a good bath in some Lugol's, some iodine solution, to try and clean it up and get rid of any pathogens on there. Put a few drops in a container of salt water. I didn't count them or measure anything. I just used the color to gauge. Gave it a nice long soak before the cut, just to clean it up as best I could. Like I said, it had a kind of a pinched middle and a natural place where it looked like the cut could go. You can see the shape there. You know, they have their mouths form in the valleys, and like I said, it had 2 distinct mouths. So I thought I could get by with a cut, and time will tell if I will be able. With all the tissue in the way, I just eyeballed it as best I could. Aimed for that narrow spot and cut it in 2. After the cut, I could tell that must have done a pretty good job, because the flesh didn't go very deep into the skeletal structure at all. It was either already dead, or I just caught it at a place where it wasn't that deep. I put both the halves back in the Lugol's just to treat the tissue that was cut. Then I used a quick 2-stage rinse. The iodine isn't like Bear or anything, so I really don't care if it gets into the tank. So I just rinsed them briefly. And then I put them back in the tank. The next day, the healthy side had puffed up pretty nicely, so I have high hopes.